All right, this man I've never worked with before, but I got to know him before the show. Seems like the nicest guy. He performs all over, and he's been performing for a very long time. So please give him a very warm welcome. George Martini, everybody.
Hello. I'm here to represent the baby boomer generation. Any baby boomers here? Oh, sorry. Any baby boomers here? We're the people that can remember things like black and white TVs, phone cords, and those things we used to read, newspapers. I just turned 69, just had a birthday. You know you're getting old when you're with a woman and she says 69 and you say, yep, just had a birthday. My friends say, don't worry about aging, it's just a state of mind. What I find more and more is that my state of mind is one of forgetfulness. The other day, I'm in the bedroom making love with my girlfriend. Right in the middle of it, I stop and I say, why did I come into this room again? But luckily I found a place where being old is not seen as a liability. It's actually kind of a benefit. You may have heard of it. It's called Florida. And believe it or not, down there, maybe because the passage of time has thinned out the male herd a little bit, the ladies consider me hot property. Why is that funny? Kind of an old Italian stallion. I'll explain. So I'm in Florida and I want to go on Match.com. So I do my research. I look at Match. I see the photographs. I know I need one. Based on the photographs I saw, I go to my high school yearbook. I see that I also need a profile. I don't have anything like that. So I draft something up, maybe the best piece of fiction I've ever written. And I submit. Before you know it, getting all kinds of responses. I said, this bears looking into. So I'm out on a date with one of the Match women. Beautiful woman. Beautiful gray blue eyes. Beautiful gray blue hair. To get things rolling, I say, hi, Brenda. That's Brenda. I'm flattered that you contacted me. What was it that you found attractive? She says, well, the photo was interesting. You were standing there, no walker, no cane. I like that in a man. But what really turned me on was something you said in your profile. You know, that part about what you can still do for a woman. A lot of men down here don't still do that. Now I'm interested. So I said, please, elaborate. She says, well, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I just met you, I'm being so forward. She said, the thing that really turned me on was when you said you could still drive at night. So now I'm thinking a couple things. One, this woman is hot to trot, although the idea of her trotting, it seems like it probably hasn't happened in the recent past. But also, being a guy, I wonder if the carpet matches the drapes. But I figure this is my chance. I'm going for the whole enchilada. So I say, striking a pose, hey Brenda, is the stallion gonna see some sexy little panties tonight? She kind of gives me a little naughty look and says, depends. Could have been worse. Could have said, always. As a result of my dating experiences on Match, I've learned a couple things. One, There's a positive to dating at this age. If you're on a second date, you don't have to worry about coming up with all new exciting things to say. You can keep repeating your A material because nobody's going to remember what happened on the prior day. It's what I call Groundhog Day dating. Also, my accumulated experiences have enabled me to come up with a scheme for determining what Saturday night dating is like over the course of your life. I've divided it into 3 phases. Phase 1, you're young, single, go out to dinner, rush home, hop into bed, passionate sex. Phase 2, you're married with kids, go out to dinner, rush home, the wife hops into bed, the husband drives the babysitter home and prays that maybe there'll be some activity in the morning. Phase 3, which is where I am with my girlfriend, go out to dinner, rush home, hop into bed, and we both fill our pill organizers for the week coming up. That's true. Another benefit, if there is one, of aging is that you get to retire, which I did not too long ago. Thank you very much. It's an exciting phase of my life, and at first people are very happy for you, pretty much thrilled. They say, oh, you can be like those aristocrats on Downton Abbey. So when someone says, how's your weekend? You can say, what's a weekend? But very quickly, you start to pick up resentment from the people that are still working. They'll say things like, oh, I can never retire. I need a schedule. I need to be busy. To which I normally respond, let's look at that. Okay, you get up at the same time every day, fight the same traffic, go to a place you don't really want to be with people you don't really want to be with, to do things you don't really want to do. What could be wrong with that? The response I usually get is silence, but I can read their minds. They're thinking, good luck staying healthy, old guy. Retiring in New Jersey is not the easiest thing in the world. It's very expensive here, and the winters suck, basically. I know that because I grew up near here, and it's here that I developed my now famous theory that everyone lives in New Jersey at least once during their lifetime. You laugh. Watch this. Anyone who has ever lived in New Jersey, raise your hand. Look at that. It's everybody. It's like that every time I play. Worst part of being from New Jersey is what happens when you go out of state and someone realizes you're from New Jersey. What do they ask you?
What exit?
Exactly. And then they turn into a comedian. They say, hey, Joyzy, Sopranos, forget about it, right? Okay. I realized at that point that I should act as a goodwill ambassador for the state. Because I know what I say in the next few seconds is probably going to affect this person's view of New Jersey for the rest of their life. So I try to say something appropriate and diplomatic, like, hey, numbnuts. Nobody says Joyzy. We're not all criminals. Say it again, I cap both your knees, capiche? That usually breaks the ice. And it's not unusual for me to end the conversation by inviting them to come to New Jersey for the next vacation. But come along. New Jersey does not have a monopoly on craziness. There's a lot of stuff out there that's bizarre that now passes for normal. You all know about Uber. Some of you may have even taken it here tonight. You realize that the person driving the car is a complete stranger, right? Would your mother have said, sure, honey, go with the complete stranger, but make sure you tell him your home address and give him your credit card number? I guess we're supposed to draw assurance from the fact that every time they show up, they're always perfectly well-dressed, beautifully groomed, and driving meticulously maintained cars, right? That's been your experience, not mine. And if that's not crazy enough, How about the idea of taking the wife and kids and staying in the apartment of a total stranger with Airbnb? I mean, what's the chance that the person has hidden cameras or likes to make unannounced midnight visits? But I think the craziness that, to me, is totally off the chart is this trend we have now, that no matter what you do or buy, you have to fill out a survey, tell what you thought about it. Do people really want to know that? It's everywhere. I was on a flight the other day, landed in Newark. Before I'm even off the plane, I get a text from the airline saying, how'd we do? Okay, here we go. So I say, well, we were late, but we all got here alive, which is kind of basically the purpose of it all. So I'll give you a C+. You might have gotten a B if you hadn't run out of peanuts by row 5. Or if the pat-down at security had not included the body cavity search. Or if it had, we're not here to judge. But I figure I ought to be a 2018 guy, not a dinosaur, so I should get with the program. So I said to my girlfriend, here's a form. Every time we have sex, I want you to grade me. on a scale of 1 to 10. About how satisfying an experience it was for you. You don't think this is going to end well? Okay, so I got a couple 2s and 3s. I figured maybe she just couldn't think of anybody else those times.
Derek Jeter.
Maybe better. But what really was hurtful was when she handed me the form and she had checked the box, not applicable. That's my time, guys. Thanks.
Please vote. Make sure you vote.